Hello and welcome to episode 40 of Zero to Hero. Yes, welcome back to episode 40 of Zero to Hero. I'm Wes, and in today's episode we'll be taking on Plymouth Argyle in the FA Cup third round and West Ham under 23s in the Checkatrade Trophy third round. Now, since you were last with me, we've played a few games behind the scenes and it's been rather mixed form for a change. And in our last episode, you saw us beat my old club FC United 3-1 in the FA Cup second round. 3-1 away from home. Goals from Martel Taylor-Crossdale and 2 from Drew Yearwood. And then we beat Barnet 3-1 at home in the Checkatrade Trophy second round. Goals from Keith Mayle and Martel Taylor-Crossdale. We could only follow that up with a 4-1 away loss to Wickham. Callum Chettle with the only goal for us in that game. He actually opened the scoring, and then in the second half we just crumbled and conceded 4 goals. It might have been something to do with the fact that I left Alex Crean in goal by mistake, but we shall see, because in the next game we put Leo Fasson back in goal and we could only rescue a late draw against Salford. We went 1-0 up with a second minute goal from Taylor Crossdale. We then conceded in the 13th, 19th and 22nd minute to go 3-1 down, and then in the second half we managed to get back into it with goals from Jack Earing and an 82nd minute equaliser from Amadou Ba. Meant that we rescued a point there, and we came back with a home win in our next game, 5-0 against Forest Green Rovers. 2 goals from Taylor Crossdale and a hat-trick from Amadou Ba meant we kept all 3 points there. Unfortunately, in the next game, we only drew 2-2 away from home against Barrow. Goals from Amadou Ba and Martel Taylor-Crossdale. And then in our last game, we sadly lost 3-0 away from home against Doncaster. Nobody really played well in that game, apart from Drew Yearwood with a 7.0, but everybody else had a very average game, which doesn't bode well for the fact that we are playing a team in a higher division in the FA Cup third round. We're not favourites for that game, but if you look back at when we played FC United, the match before, we lost against Notts County and then went on to win. So hopefully we can have the same sort of pattern emerge today and get a win against Plymouth. We are in a January transfer window. There are no transfers to about as yet. We do have a few that we are negotiating with at the moment. I'm looking at bringing in another striker because a lot of our strikers are out injured, and because we play with 3 strikers we do need quite a few to rotate. Also some new centre-backs, because there have been interest in Cameron Humphreys from Hibernian, and also they are interested in Amadou Ba as well. So if those 2 are to go, I need to have replacements ready for them. If they're already at the club when they go, that would be even better. So we're going to go on to our first game against Plymouth in the FA Cup third round. And this is the team we're going to go with against Plymouth. In goal we have Fasson, a back 3 of Young, Sabassi and Humphreys, with Freeman and Cox as the wing backs. Charlie Walford is back from injury, but he's not quite fit enough to be starting. We are going to put him on the bench though. In fact, yeah, we're going to put him on the bench, and we're going to take Greening off the bench for now. A midfield of Earing and Chettle, who's Chettle coming back in for Drew Yearwood, who hasn't played well in the last few games. So we're going to give Chettle a run out. And then a front 3 of Taylor Crossdale, Kajar and Amadou Ba, playing on our usual attacking mentality, flexible team shape and the same team instructions we've been playing with for most of the season. We are playing at home today, so we do have home advantage, but we are not favourites for this game at all, because Plymouth are in League One, albeit at the bottom of League One the last time I checked. I haven't looked at them recently to see where they are, but when we were drawn against them I noticed they were 24th in League One. Because of the results we've had recently as well, we have slipped to 3rd in the table now. We have got a tunnel interview. We always attack where possible. That's generally how we play. I mean, although we're in the transfer window, other than the fact that there is interest in a couple of our major first team players, I didn't really know where to strengthen the squad. I mean, we needed strikers because there is a lot of rotation in that position. We have gone 1-0 down 8 minutes in. There were suspicions of offside there. I thought he was offside. I was expecting it to be disallowed. I'll have a look at the replay, see what that shows. No, he was onside, very much onside. Fasten made no attempt to try and save that. I think he was waiting for the offside as well. Not a good start from her. But to be fair, we weren't expecting to get this far in the FA Cup, so you know, it's no shame in going out at this stage in the competition. Would be nice if we can go further, but it means we won't be concentrating on the league, which is my main focus at the moment. We're passing it around at the back really dangerously. Kajar now through to Taylor Crossdale, who blazes it over the bar. He has been scoring a few more goals just recently, proving his worth in the first team. Hopefully he can come up with one today to get us back into it. Chettle with the ball out wide to Cox. Into Barr, crosses to Taylor Crossdale, and once again he's missed from close range. It was a good cross from Barr. And we're defending a corner now. It was a good save from Fasten. Throwing deep in our own half, and once again we're passing it around at the back dangerously. Freeman now out on the wing, playing it through to nobody really. But Sabassi wins the ball back in defence. Chettle, a misplaced pass puts Plymouth through on goal, and that's 2-0. Chettle's got to take the blame for that really. It was a poor pass, and it just took one long ball over the top from them and across in the penalty area, and we was never going to get anywhere near that. Poor passing. I think maybe we need to change the team instructions for the passing. Maybe go shorter passing and stop passing it into space. Freeman now with the ball. Can he find a cross? He's found Kajar, and Jonathan Kajar gets us back into it 40 minutes in. Good assist from Freeman there. Barr with the ball to Earing. Earing with the long ball out to Freeman. It was a good ball out. Freeman with a good cross, and he had both Kajar and Taylor Crossdale there ready to apply the finish. And that was before we've even made those changes. We will continue with those changes for now. And it looks like we're going to go in at half-time 2-1 down. Better than going in at 2-0 down. We do need to come back at them second half. We have created 2 clear-cut chances, 2 half chances in the first half, which is more than what they have done. They've just been more clinical with their chances that they've been getting. So we need to come out in the second half and... I mean, they've created 1 clear-cut chance and 2 half chances. So yeah, they're definitely being more clinical. Freeman with the ball out wide. Can he find a cross? He's being closed down by 2 Plymouth defenders there, and he didn't really have much of a chance. Chettle having an awful game, as is Humphreys. Those 2 may be coming off sooner than we expected. Also, Taylor Crossdale not having the best of games, so we may see Connolly before the end of the game. I have been considering a change in tactic because we've not been at our best with this tactic so far, but Amadou Barr's just levelled the scores for us 61 minutes in. Yet another assist from Freeman. It was a well worked set piece. Freeman with the throw into Earing, who passed it back to him. Good cross to Barr, and he makes no mistake from close range. He's proving he wants that transfer to Hibernian, and he's putting on a good show in the FA Cup for them to see. Might add a few more thousand to the price tag for him. I think we're going to bring off... Chettle's actually improved since coming on second half, but Humphreys is definitely coming off. We're going to bring on Barkworth for him. We're going to play Barkworth in his preferred ball-playing defender on defend role, and then Taylor Crossdale's coming off. We're going to bring on Connolly for Taylor Crossdale, because not only is he not playing well, he's on a yellow card, and we might as well give Connolly a run out. Has been scoring lots of goals in the under-23s just recently, so hopefully he can bring some of that goal-scoring threat to the first team. Barkworth winning the ball back in defence. Earing with the ball now, out to Freeman, to Connolly. Earing again, out wide to Cox, switching the play nicely. Chettle through to Barr, he finds the cross to Connolly, and with his near enough his first touch of the ball, he's put us 3-2 up. The turnaround is complete. Good assist from Amadou Barr there. And Chettle with a great ball forward for Barr, and Connolly couldn't miss from there really. He had a slow start to his Southend career and ended up going down into the under-23s, but it's proved to be the making of him really. He's done really well down there, and he's now using that confidence he's got in the under-23s and bringing it forward into the first team now. We just need to make sure we don't concede again. And we have. It's now 3-3, 80 minutes in. I get the feeling this one will be going to a replay. That is if we don't concede a winning goal. I'm not even going to watch that replay. I've got one more change to make, and I'm going to make it now. Our midfielders are looking quite tired, and to be fair, Barr's looking quite tired as well, but we don't have another striker on the bench. I've noticed that Freeman's booked and tired. He's been playing well, but we're going to give Charlie Walford his return from injury in the FA Cup, see if he can get some fitness back ready for when we face West Ham under 23s, because it's quite a short gap between the two games, and I get the feeling he may be needed. Some rotation definitely needed. Kajar with the ball now to Walford. What can he do with it? Seems a bit off the pace, really. He loses out. Young managing to win the ball back, but he gives it away stupidly. Luckily, Fasten with the save to spare his blushes. We've got the corner to defend now. Sabassi heads it away. Fasten with another good save to keep it level into stoppage time. But can we get a counter-attack going? We've lost out again. We're defending. They're passing it around really well, and I get the feeling we're going to concede, but Sabassi doesn't want to go out of the FA Cup yet. We've won the ball back. Connolly now with the ball through to Amadou Ba, who's put us 4-3 up in stoppage time. Great assist from Connolly. He's been fantastic since he's come off the bench. And this is the magic of the FA Cup at its finest. A great long ball from inside his own half from Connolly. Found Barr with a fantastic run, and that was a fantastic finish. We've got 3 minutes of stoppage time to play. We're motoring through it as things stand. We've got a corner now. Connolly with the ball. He needs to keep hold of it, but he's lost out. Plymouth are through on goal, and we're not going to concede another equaliser. We're not. Luckily, it was just wide. We've got less than a minute to go. 30 seconds. Fasten with the long ball forward, trying to find Barr, but he can't. And we're defending again, and what a save from Fasten to keep us ahead. He's made himself a hero, and I think that's nearly it. Earring wins the ball back. Gives it away straight away, though. Cox with the header out to Barr. Through to Connolly. Can he make it 5? He can't. He loses out. Surely the whistle's got to come soon, and it's come now. We have knocked Plymouth out of the FA Cup in a thrilling encounter at home. Goals from Kajar, 2 from Amadou Ba, which one of them was the winning goal in stoppage time, and Aaron Connolly staking a claim for a first team spot, coming off the bench to score and provide the assist for the winning goal. What a game that was to start today's episode. Okay, so we're ready for the FA Cup 4th round draw. See if we can see who we get in the next round. Good, we've avoided Tottenham. We've already beaten them once this season. Our parent club have got to play QPR. We've avoided Liverpool. That's good. Avoided Chelsea. We've avoided Man United. There is still Man City and Arsenal left in the draw. Crawley or Brighton. That could be okay. Okay, we've avoided Man City, Notts County, Arsenal. So we've got Wolves away from home in the FA Cup 4th round. Right, so yeah, we've got Wolves in the 4th round of the FA Cup, which means our match against Scunthorpe will be rearranged. So we'll come back when we're ready for our Checkatrade Trophy game against the West Ham under 23s. Okay, for some reason we're doing the quarter-final draw before the game, so we'll have a look, see who we could possibly get in the next round if we beat West Ham under 23s. So that'll either be Arsenal under 23s or Coventry. So we'll have a look to see who we're going to get and whether we're even going to be in the next round shortly. Okay, so this is the starting 11 we're going with for the match against West Ham under 23s. A few changes made to this side from the side that beat Plymouth. We've brought Barkworth in place of Humphreys, who didn't play well at all in that last game. We've also brought in Connolly up front for Taylor Crossdale, who again didn't have a very good game last time out, and Connolly did well coming off the bench, so we've given him a start today. Walford's dropped off the bench because he played in an under-23s game midweek and isn't fit for the bench, so we didn't want to risk bringing him on and him getting injured again. So we've brought on Keith Mayo, who is back from injury, not quite match fit yet, so we might give him maybe 20 minutes at the end of the game to get his fitness back, ready for the next league game. Good to see our top goal scorer back from injury. Although, to be fair, with the way these 3 strikers have been playing, it's going to be hard to put him back in the side. So we've gone with Fasten in goal, Young, Sabassi and Barkworth at the back, Freeman and Cox as the wing-backs, Earring and Chettle in midfield, and a front 3 of Barr, Kajar and Connolly. Usual attacking mentality, usual team shape. usual team instructions, hoping we can get a result. We're not favourites for this game against West Ham under 23s. Some strong players in there as well, looking at their side. I mean, they've got Livermore in there, Armstrong in there, who in any other team would be in the first team. Yeah, I don't fancy our chances. Let's hope we can get a result. We have beaten bigger teams than them, but let's have a look at this tunnel interview. You having struggled a little of late whilst your opponents are riding a crest of a wave. Do you anticipate another bad day at the office? Had bad luck has to end somewhere. I'm very hopeful it will be today. How do you think Maidebar? He knows there is pressure on him, but he's going to absolutely thrive off the back of it. Oh, why is this so long interview? For Ashley Williams has taken without knowing. I don't care about what's going on at other clubs. Freeman with a foul early on, not the best thing to be doing. Hopefully he won't pick up a yellow card, because we haven't got Walford on the bench. We need to come at them early, really. We're having very little possession. We are at home again today. Barkworth with a header from a free kick. That was our chance to go ahead. Usually Barkworth gets on the end of those. Saying that Humphreys usually gets on the end of those, but we've swapped them around today. So Humphreys is on the bench, but you know, we actually rejected an offer from Fulham for him. They withdrew after I put an asking price of 250,000. Considering Humphreys' minimum release fee in his contract is 600,000, asking for less than half of that I don't think is unrealistic for a player of his quality, yet Fulham aren't willing to pay it. Been quite an uneventful first half, to be quite honest with you. 43 minutes in now, we've got a highlight, and we're defending, and they're through on goal and they've blazed it over the bar. We've had 5 shots and 1 on target. They've had 8 shots and 4 on target. It looks like we're defending again just before half time. Cox can't stop the cross, but Sabassi gets his head to it. We're 1-0 down just before half time. I expected it, to be fair, and it's not one of the known players, if you like, that scored it. It was a good finish, to be fair. Poor defending from us, and yeah, we deserve to be 1-0 down. We haven't, neither team creating a clear-cut chance, but they've had 5 half chances. We've only had 1. We've gone in at half time 1-0 down. We need to play better second half. We've had very little possession in today's game, considering we're playing at home, but we are playing against a team of a Premier League team's under 23 side. We are defending again in this highlight, first one of the second half. Cox wins the ball. Well, he made a tackle but couldn't win the ball back, and we're 2-0 down. Their right winger again getting his second goal, so even the same player providing the assist, and they still haven't created a clear-cut chance. I'm not even going to bother watching the replay. We've got a highlight straight away from the kick-off. Hopefully it can be us grabbing a goal back. Barr with the ball now, loses out. Oh God, this is going to be a bloodbath. We can't even win the Earring winning the ball back. Bath to Connolly, finds Freeman with a long ball forward to Kajar, who squares it to Barr, and that's 2-1. 53 minutes in, a good counter attack from us. Connolly with the ball to Freeman, who played a nice long ball forward for Kajar to latch onto, and he squares it to Barr, who was unmarked at the back post and had a tap in. That's a good way to put us back in it. I'm going to be making some substitutions soon. We need to be making more chances like that. One of their players has picked up a knock as well, which is good for us, really. Freeman can't win the ball back. We're defending again, and their right winger's just got his hat trick. Oh dear. Not interested in your poxy replay. Sabassi's had an awful game. I think he's going to be coming off now when it lets me go to the tactics screen. Sabassi's going to be coming off. We're going to bring on Humphreys for him, a straight swap, and Keith Mayall's going to be coming on. We're going to be bringing him on for Connolly, who hasn't taken his chance at all, and hopefully Mayall can provide a goal or two to get us back in it. We're 66 minutes in. We've got time to get back into it, but do we lack the quality to be able to go up against a team like this? I'm going to drop us down to shorter passing, so that seemed to work against Plymouth. We're going to close down much more and leave it at that for now. nearly 80 minutes in now. I'm going to make our last change. Not had a highlight since the last changes I made. Earring's going to come off. I'm going to bring on Dean Moore for him. That'll be our last change, our last roll of the dice. They've got 10 minutes to get 2 goals back. I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to go out of the Checkatrade Trophy. Probably our best chance of getting some silverware this year. But we'll go again next year, no matter what league we're in. Because obviously League 1 and League 2 both compete in this. Keith Mayall's gone off injured. He's just come back from injury. Our top goal scorer, potential foot injury again. I don't know what to say really. But no substitutes left, so we're going to be finishing the game with 10 men. I hope that it's not long term again. It's all over. We're out of the Checkatrade Trophy, but we are still in the FA Cup. It was a poor performance really, especially at home. We'll have a look to see where we're going to come back and look to see how long Mayall's going to be out for. Keith Mayall's injured. He's out for 4 weeks. Another 4 weeks. No, 4 to 7 weeks. We need him now as well. Luckily, we're going to be bringing in some more strikers. You may see a change of tactic before the next episode. We'll have a look, see who we're going to come back. We've got Wolves in a few games' time. We'll probably come back for probably the Scunthorpe game. We'll play Scunthorpe and Wolves. If you like that, please give it a big thumbs up. Smash that like button for me. Don't forget, if you haven't done so already, follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook at WeaselGamer TV for both of those. And thank you very much for watching.